Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Mama Ty,
And Mommy Sai.
and we back. Okay.
Yes, we
All
are.
right,
Like
y'all
we never
ready?
left.
Like we never left. All right. Look how long my hair grew, y'all.
I know we look
Look at our hair. We
completely
look different.
different.
Yeah, from the
Well, I
last
look
video we
bad.
did together. No, you don't, baby. You're beautiful.
This makeup has been on all day.
She looks beautiful. But listen, y'all already know where we been. All right, gonna take y'all where we going. All right. So we had our appointment today, our consultation with Dr. Carrie Dickens. I know, baby told y'all a little bit about Carrie. Want to tell them some more about Carrie, baby?
Sure. So, as you guys know, the last time that we spoke, we were with Columbia University, and we have since had another consultation with another fertility specialist, but her institute doesn't cater to our needs as far as timing. And so she had a facility in Brooklyn as well as a facility in Long Island. And what that meant is if we ovulate or whatever happens, it had to be timed, whether it's during the week or on the weekend, and that just didn't fit our needs.
Yeah.
We were looking for a new specialist that's pretty much stationary in one spot, 7 days a week.
She has one office.
Yes.
Well, they have one office.
And that's called Share Institute of NYC. It's not too far from Columbia University if you are in New York and you need some information. She is a wonderful endocrinologist, an OBGYN. We met her today. As you guys know, we had an appointment scheduled for the 7th of March. However, it got rescheduled due to the nor'easter storm that hit us last week.
For today.
For today. And this is where we are. So we wanted to take you guys along what went on today and what we discussed. I'm going to insert a little clip right here just to show us walking in.
Yeah. Be right back.
Okay guys, so we are on 5th Avenue in Manhattan, and as you guys know, this is our day. We're going to have a consultation with the fertility specialist at Share Institute, which is in that building right up there.
Yeah.
Because of the nor'easter storm, our appointment got canceled on the 7th, so we're rescheduled for today. So I just wanted to share this with you guys.
You ready, baby?
Hey, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes. Let me show you.
I'm out here without a jacket, you guys.
Tripping, baby.
My eyes are tearing.
You look beautiful, though.
But we'll keep you posted.
Yes, we will, guys. We'll be back.
So here we are, you guys, going in.
And did you see the facility? Isn't it beautiful? I wish we could have took y'all on a damn tour.
It was very, very
beautiful.
nice.
The staff is amazing. Right, baby?
They are, and I would have gotten more footage. It's just because there were other families, soon to be parents in there, and I wanted to keep the confidentiality to a minimum.
Privacy things that, you know.
Yes, but the facility was gorgeous. We had like a 20-minute conversation at the front desk about my nails with the receptionist, and that's a given. Sometimes you want to focus just on baby, but you walk in with these, I mean, come on.
It's gonna happen.
So yeah, let's just talk a little bit about how the consultation went. So for starters, I had a complete packet from them prior to scheduling or making this appointment. Pretty much they wanted your insurance cards, your license, all of your medical records, any type of blood draws that you've done, any medication that you're on. So pretty much the specialist had every piece of information that she needed well beforehand.
She was ready. There's nothing she had to ask for.
Pretty much, right. So she started off like, so we're going to have a baby. And I was like, yes, you know. She's like, looking at your charts, you're perfectly healthy. Just in case you guys were wondering, we are doing an all natural IUI insemination. And when I say all natural, I mean no medication for triggering for your ovulation.
No Clomid.
No anything. Just a natural cycle, provided that, you know, I ovulate naturally. So once we do this INSEM and if it's unsuccessful, you know, it's 3 attempts before they're even discussing any sort of
We're not
medicated
point,
cycle.
though. We're not going to.
No, we're not. We're pretty confident that.
Okay, them eggs are ready.
So she discussed a couple of things. She wanted to know if I was taking prenatal vitamins as yet. And I don't know if you guys have looked at the old videos. If you go back, you can just go back 2 videos or maybe 3. I did a blood draw. This was like in 2016. You guys, when I started taking these prenatals, I literally picked up 30 pounds.
Why you looking at me like that?
Because she told the doctor, yeah, she gained 60 pounds.
Damn near, baby.
It was not 60 pounds, you guys.
Damn
I was
near.
160 pounds solid, and I got to like 196. It was scary. So I thought this has to be because of the prenatals. But she said there's no way. It could have just been my eating habits at the time. Thanks to my alkaline baby, I've changed those eating habits.
Yes.
So we actually started on some prenatals, and I'll show them to you right now since we're here. And
can we see?
we're just gonna put a little shadow there behind your hand. So these are called, I can't read backwards. There we go. Prenatal 1.
These are vegan. Okay.
They're vegan and they're, what does this say? I can't see. Let me just take a look. They're food-based multivitamin. They're vegan and they're gluten-free.
Yes.
So these were about $18.99 in CVS, and they're really like a horse pill.
Yes, they're very big. Listen, but the reason why I chose these for my wife, because I'm a work in progress, you know, but I try to live I live a plant-based lifestyle. All right, so meaning I feel that we need all the minerals and vitamins that we need from plants and fruit. All right, so and actually the doctor, she kind of agreed with me to an extent.
Yeah.
To an extent.
You were right. She did.
So you know, there's certain vitamins and supplements that they recommend, you know, for a woman that's trying to get pregnant and for a woman that's pregnant. So there's certain amount of folic acid, enzymes, omega-3, certain things that you need in your body to make sure you have a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. All right, so basically she agreed with me. She said folic acid will be the only vitamin that she feels that we should actually take a pill for.
Right.
Because,
everything
you know,
else could be supplemented.
Yeah, everything can be supplemented. But, you know, we're still going to go ahead and take the prenatal vitamin. But again, I got a vegan form of it. It's food-based, gluten-free. You know what I'm saying?
And it's by a company called Rainbow Light.
Yeah, Rainbow Light. She took her first one today, right after the appointment.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So what else did we discuss? Basically, it was surprising to me because I knew all of my personal information about my body. She asked some additional questions subsequent for my wife. And then basically she's just like, when your cycle comes, which the first day of my last cycle was February 14th, my next cycle should be anywhere between the 15th and the 18th. She said, shoot me an email. Let me know when the first day of your cycle happens, and in the meantime, we have to get our sperm sample, which I don't want to show all of my personal information, but this release form is from California Cryobank. In order to get our sperm donor's sample over.
We've already chosen our donor.
Right. We have to have that authorization of release of semen.
Yeah.
You guys, if you are doing a TTC process and you are using donor sperm, please be aware that there is a storage cost. So in the event that you're not going to ship it home and then take the nitrogen tank to your fertility specialist, I would strongly suggest to just leave it at the cryobank until about 2 to 3 days before you're going to NSEM. That way, you're not paying for an overnight shipping or you're not paying storage, because it's very expensive. And in case you guys are wondering, right now it's $870 for 1 vial of sperm.
Just for one.
Washed.
And that's washed, yeah. And that's how they suggest and recommend you get it washed and cleaned. Right,
because you don't want to have the sperm count unwashed, and then once they wash it, you lose a number. You know, you need anywhere over 10 million sperm. So you wouldn't want to start with 20 and then you end up with 9 million after the wash. So you definitely want to get it washed before it's shipped, just to save some of the safe specimens and to have those little swimmers go up.
That's right.
What else did we discuss?
What else did we discuss? Yes, we did discuss not being able to travel.
Yes.
Out of the country. Well, to certain places, the Caribbeans. Actually was planning a trip to Jamaica this summer with my mom
and our family
and everything. But today, you know, she let us know that is a no-go. Once we do get pregnant, which we will, she already told my baby to shoot her email when she starts her menstrual cycle this month, which is going to be in a few days. So
Well, we
This
would
is
have to
about
wait
to
for
happen.
ovulation.
Well, we have to wait till
to end
ovulation.
them, but yeah,
But definitely
it's
the
gonna
end of this
happen.
month, the
But
beginning of
she
April.
cut herself off. I'm sorry, baby. The reason why we can't go to the Caribbean island is because of Zika, and
Yeah.
you don't want to, put yourself at risk or get exposed to Zika in any Caribbean island. So
better safe than sorry.
yeah. Another important thing I want to mention, and I'm not too sure if a lot of people mention, in case you guys were wondering, I usually put it in the description box, but our ages. I know when I watch TTC videos, I'm curious, like, how old are you? Do you have kids? Is this your first time? So we've never had any children, either of us, neither naturally or together at all. No children. We've never been pregnant.
No.
I am 35. I just turned 35 in January.
I'm about to be 37 in August.
Right. And so as you get older, we know that our bodies change. We have some sorts of hereditary things that we inherit and things like that. So last month when I got my physical, I had gotten a slight scare because I had an elevated blood pressure reading. And I was petrified because I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be the only thing to stop me from having a baby.
Right.
My mom has high blood pressure, really, really hypertension, like she's like off the Richter scale. I had a blood pressure reading of 158 over 100, which is kind of alarming. I attributed it to going to get my sonohistogram, which was a saline-infused histogram, and it's basically that day they had used it was water in through a catheter to check and make sure I don't have any polyps inside of the lining of my body. And then later on that day, I went to my regular doctor and got my vitals taken. So it could have attributed, but I got so afraid. I asked the doctor to prescribe me medication. I was so scared. So now my doctor has said, great, thank you for being honest with me. They didn't take my vitals today, but she certainly wants my personal doctor to sign off on release that my blood pressure has been managed.
Yes.
So
blood pressure, you got to make sure your blood pressure is good because that can affect your baby.
And your baby's growth, and you don't want to have preeclampsia.
Right.
Especially with my age, automatically classified as high risk at 35 and above. So you just want to make sure your body is free and clear of any obstructions. And like I said, my doctor prescribed me something called nifedipine, which is 30 milligrams of blood pressure medication.
And it's something that she can actually take
while being pregnant. So I'm hoping that I can just get off the prescription. It has been 60 days now, so when I follow up with my doctor and my blood pressure is normal, then they may just take me off, or it may just be something that sits forever. I don't know.
Right. And the thing with blood pressure, they just want to make sure that they want to find out what's causing the high blood pressure. It could just be her body, which is more than likely what it is. She's already had a thyroid checked, kidneys, things like that. So everything is good.
Nothing. So
it's hereditary. Her mother has high blood pressure. It just runs in her family, and it seems like it only affects the female. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And so what happened after we finished conversing, I asked her a few questions like success rates and things like that. And then she basically told us we're just going to sit down with the receptionist lady and we're going to set up what's called our little online portal. Because once you come in, whether you have insurance or you don't, they're going to do what's called a financial review. So what that means is I'm going to have a phone call scheduled for this Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and they're going to discuss, even though our insurance covers everything outside of copay and actual sperm, they want to give you all of your options. If you suddenly have to be on medication that your insurance doesn't cover, they want you to be fully aware.
They want you to know about it.
Right. The worst thing is for you to be so enthralled with having a baby, and then boom, all this money that you can't afford.
Crazy prices.
So I was happy about that.
Grateful.
So just after we entered the information for that, the doctor says, well, we can give you your genetic screening today. And before I show you that clip on that happening, I just wanted to talk a little bit about why you need your genetic screening. On my first 2 consultations, I kind of declined it because I thought same-sex unions, having a baby, it's already planned enough. Why do I have to take a genetic screening? There are hetero people out there that just have intercourse and they don't think about it until after the baby's here. But it's just preventative maintenance. And if you can do anything to ensure that your little baby is fine, then why not?
And I'm quite sure it's people that didn't have the opportunity, to get genetics testing, and they could have unfortunately had a baby that had some issues.
Right.
I'm quite sure if they would have had the chance to get the testing done, they definitely would have did.
Oh, they would have. So they test for 300 different genetic diseases.
300.
And it's really important when choosing a sperm donor for the simple fact that they have something called CMV, which is a cytomegalovirus. And that is something that you carry at birth, or anyone could get it. So you want to make sure if you're positive for CMV, that you also get somebody else that's positive for CMV.
Same thing with your blood type. Whether it's A, B, O. If you're negative, get a donor that's negative. If you're positive, get a donor that's positive.
Right. So I'll know in about 4 days after this genetic screening comes back what my blood type is actually as well. And that is, it's a little sketchy because it's a chance that we may have to change our donor depending on what his blood type is.
And even though, we like his donor, we're more than willing to change it if we have to.
Right.
For the best of our child.
Yeah, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and insert the clip of me getting this blood draw done. And what was the nurse doing? Talking about my nails.
Talking about them babies. Talking about them babies. I'm telling you. Telling you.
And we'll be right back.
We'll be right back, y'all.
All right, baby, now getting ready to get her genetic testing done.
Yes, I'm so excited, you guys.
Yes.
We're going to talk to you guys in full detail later on about how this consultation went. But right now, I'm sitting here. I'm about to get my genetic screening done. And I think they're going to draw from my arm, so I may have to take the sweater off. I'm not too sure, though. We'll keep you guys posted.
Yes, we will. We'll be right back, guys.
It's hard to find my vein when they did my regular blood work. How many bottles? Oh, this 300 tests. Oh, 4. Wow. Oh, nice little fist with my long toenails.
How long did it take them to do it?
About 2.5 hours to put all the designs and fill them out. Yeah.
Do they charge you like extra for it?
Yeah, a little bit more. I pay about $70 every 3 weeks. But they're my real nails. They're not fake. They just grow.
You just put acrylic on?
Yeah, just acrylic, yep.
Right, so they won't break. Still, that's also, that takes a long time.
Sit still?
No, I said that takes a long time too.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have to put it on all the nails?
All the nails.
Or just
No,
the tip?
no, all of it. They fill the whole thing. Okay. That was really easy.
You taking what, 3 vials?
4.
4.
Oh my gosh. And I have to do another 4 for the infectious diseases with the plus. Yeah, I guess.
You test for, like you said, was it 600 or 300? 300 different?
Genetic. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't believe how fast it fills up. Probably can just like de-blood someone just by keeping this thing in. I'm just done.
Pretty much. Well, not too much because this line here, yeah, it'll get clogged after a little bit.
Gotcha.
High pressure, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, as you guys can see, it is no joke. Prepare to be like a human guinea pig because you're going to be poked and pronged and blood draw and all sorts of things. So I'm totally mentally and physically prepared. it's just like one of those things, like, I don't care what I have to go through. I want to start a baby. I'm so
Right.
happy with my wife. We've been together 5 years. I'm married 5 years, going on 6, and it's our time, right, baby?
It's our time, baby.
And we really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate
We
y'all
really
so
do.
much. Every subscriber we have, everyone, even if you're not subscribed, if you just view the video and you get something from it, any questions you have, you know what I'm saying, ask us.
Right, and if you're going through a TTC journey, don't get discouraged, because you'll have a lot of people that are against you.
Yeah.
And they will assume, oh, you're getting pregnant by a man, and you
Yeah,
know,
assume
I
all
like to
types of stuff.
document everything.
Yes.
And we are giving you guys firsthand into our life. I'm a very personable person. You really don't get that close to me, you know, outside of social media. So this is an avenue to get to know us a little bit more.
Yes.
And if you guys have any questions, any comments, feel free
Do not
to
hesitate.
leave them in the
Don't
description box.
hesitate.
Definitely subscribe and
Yes.
hit that little bell icon so you can get all of the updates that are to be coming soon.
That's right, baby. A lot of updates soon. Soon, we're going to have that BFP.
That BFP. And my baby is learning her
I'm learning.
TTC
My
acronyms. Okay.
Big Fat Positive.
Our doctor asked us what that was
Yeah,
today. It
she
was kind of
knew.
alarming to me. I was
Yeah,
like,
she didn't even know. We educated her on a lot of things.
yeah.
Listen, man, again, we appreciate y'all. It's Mama Ty.
And Mommy Sai.
Beautiful Mommy Sai.
And we'll see you in the next
We'll check
video.
y'all next time.
Bye.